is going on, everybody? This is MaceValor, Zach Monty. Okay, so this is the UnScripted podcast, is what I'm just going to be calling it. Long story short, things are fucking crazy. Okay, social media. It's not that I don't get it. I totally get social media. It's about connectivity and connections and creating networks and all that happy bullshit, right? But what I primarily see it used for, with our dwindling economy, is fucking people and these get rich quick schemes. All right, these career opportunities that are being presented to people and shared. I see a lot of that shit. I'm not talking about like that diet fit poop tea or whatever that you see a lot of the Instagram models selling, that shit that doesn't fucking work. This holistic fucking natural pro green crap that, oh, you ingest this and you're gonna lose fucking weight. No. I'm talking about something a lot more sinister than that, because it preys on the weak, the unfortunate, and, well, the unattractive. I'm talking about it works. Well, it doesn't fucking work. The scam works, though. Allegedly. So, if you don't know what it works is, if anyone that's at least my age, have you ever heard of a Tupperware party? So a Tupperware party is where your mom and her friends, they get together with some sort of weird fucking potluck, spinach dip, whatever, and they have fun, and then your mom shows all these fucking different Tupperware products, and then she tries to sell the Tupperware products to her friends, right? And then she gets a bonus, like a reference thing, if she convinces someone else to get on top of it, right? Like, oh, you host a Tupperware party and you try to sell. So not only could you make a commission, but then low key, I get one as well. It's this Robert Murdoch. Well, no, that was different. It's a fucking pyramid scheme, right? Now, at least with the Tupperware products back in the day, they were at least somewhat useful for saving your fucking leftover spaghetti, right? But it works. What do they sell a lot of, right? They sell a lot of the wraps. Oh, just wrap your body in this and you'll lose weight. Don't eat healthier. Don't fucking go to the gym or anything. Just wrap this around your body. Continue to stuff fucking chicken wings in your mouth and you'll be fucking fine, right? No changes whatsoever. Just wrap this shit fucking around you, right? And I've seen a lot of it. And the It Works products it's more than just the wraps. Obviously, they got like beauty stuff. It's a lot of beauty stuff for you to cosmetically look better. So they got like stuff for your nails, stuff for your hair, stuff for your skin. It's all bullshit. Now, how are they successful, though? I'm talking about It Works as a company. How is It Works successful? Like I said, they prey on the weak, uneducated, and unattractive. The disenfranchised members of our dear society. I'm gonna give not a friend of mine, actually. I hate this bitch. There's a woman that I know, and she's like the poster child for these scam programs. I've seen a lot of people use It Works, and it's fucking garbage. Okay. The thing about It Works is, take someone like, what am I gonna call her? I don't give a fuck about her, so I could just use her name. Let's call her Margaret. So, Margaret, right? She's got several kids. She jumps from guy to guy. She's constantly staying at relatives' houses or friends of relatives or whatever. Her life situation is a struggle. The struggle is real with this bitch. And she's approached by a program called It Works, right? And this is how they fucking get you. When just like to get more information, you have to sign on. Like when I was doing my own research, trying to figure out more about these people because I wanted to be somewhat educated on them, it was really difficult because I had to give them payment information and sign up with them before they would really, like, they give you the pitch, right? Oh, become your own boss, make money from home, and all this shit, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, well, what's the catch? What are the specifics? Well, we'll let you know the specifics once you're on the team. There's a fucking red flag, okay? So Margaret, obviously she jumps on, and her Facebook, now remember this, her personal Facebook, personal, right? If you're creating a business, you want to reach out to friends and family, right? But at the same time, though, you want to identify yourself as a company. You want to identify your business being separate from your personal life. Now, I'm not saying that her going on her Facebook, posting every fucking 5 minutes about how awesome the products are that she's selling, that's fine. She's trying to reach out. But that's the only outlet that she has is her personal Facebook. She has at no point has done any sort of marketing for herself as more than just, oh, I made this candle and I'm selling it on Etsy. No. Value yourself for what you are and give your company an identity away from yourself. So obviously it means that it showcases that you're a lot more serious about what you're offering, right? It's like me going up on Facebook and being like, hey, I'm having a yard sale, right? But that's my business. I just have a yard sale every fucking day. My friends would get fucking sick of it. Like, dude, who cares that you're having a yard sale? No one gives a shit, right? But that's essentially what It Works does. Some people take it more seriously than others. Some people are more successful in it, mainly because they piggyback on other people that they reference to get in on it. So she does this whole thing with It Works. But the kicker is the thing with the people that utilize It Works and thinks that it can change their lives. And remember, you have to upfront money for this because you're what they call a distributor. You are not a distributor. You get product from It Works, but the actual physical product is sent to you from their distributor, right? You're just the salesman essentially, but they label you as a distributor, therefore you have to buy product, right? So they're making shitloads of money off of people signing up for this service, buying product from them, and they don't have to fucking worry about it. Because essentially, from what I can gather, you essentially adjust the prices for the stuff that you sell, right? Because they're like, oh, so you buy $100 worth of stuff, you mark it up each thing by 20%, and there's your profit, right? But you can adjust it however you want, because they don't give a fuck, because they've already gotten their profit. Because they're giving something to a distributor, which means the distributor has to purchase it from the manufacturer or whatever. The whole thing is fucked, okay? The whole thing is a fucking scam. But this chick, and this goes for every one of the girls for It Works, and I'm totally gonna get shit for this, but in my experience, the vast majority of women that I've seen that have utilized It Works, they like to use themselves as a like, oh, look at me, here's a before, here's an after, isn't it amazing? Like, this product definitely works. And sometimes you get girls that make these little pictures of before and after and throw them up, but they do things other than utilize It Works. So it's just a coincidence. Like, they started It Works, but they also got a gym membership at the same time and stopped eating McDonald's. So kind of coincidental. But for a girl like Margaret, who doesn't change her lifestyle whatsoever and just goes out there, utilizes the products, and then showcases off the before and after, the fucking after pictures that she posts look so much fucking worse than the before pictures. And she's already fucking beat to hell, let me tell you. So it's ridiculous, and it's like you're trying to get people to buy a product, but you're showcasing off like, oh, look how wonderful this product is, but it's shit. It's complete fucking garbage. I can't wrap my head around this idiocracy of some individuals that just have no clue how to properly present something. Now, the product is shit to begin with, right? But if you're going to be selling snake oil, fucking make that shit look like extra virgin olive oil. Make that shit look fucking presentable as fuck, right? But no, she makes the product look worse than it is, which convinces people not to buy it. Now, I see her post this shit all the time. Actually, let me rephrase that. We're not even friends on fucking Facebook. I see it through a third party, her misadventures. Anyway, but this is ultimately the reason why I wanted to talk about these scams and shit. And that is because good old Margaret is always going from one endeavor to the next. And there's an endeavor that she was talking about recently that I picked up on at the wrong time. Now this is where I'm going to talk about me now and how I've kind of gotten into these scams a little bit. There was a company out there called Pinnacle. Or Primerica. Not Pinnacle. Primerica. Primerica is a company that utilizes, they do financial services for people, right? I mean, at least that's on paper, is they do financial, they help people with finances. So when you think about that and you're like, okay, that's cool, it's dope, all right, fine, fuck it, whatever, right? The rabbit hole gets so much deeper than that. So here's the story with me. I'm in fucking Walmart. My piece of shit car needs oil or fucking something. So I go to the oil section and I'm looking at fucking the oil I need for my piece of shit Honda Civic. And as I'm looking at the oil, this dude, nice dressed dude, creepy looking motherfucker, facially, but he's professionally dressed, got the dress shirt on, looks like a fucking picnic table, it's like got that checkerboard on it, and he comes over and he says, he asked me about my tattoo, and I'm like, it's my son's name, it's Michael, and he's like, oh, that's really nice, where'd you get that done at? It's like, oh, I got it done in New York. And I'm doing the kind of talking with him where I'm trying to be cordial and polite because, it's, first off, it's fucking weird that some stranger in Walmart just randomly walks up and starts talking to you. But, someone compliments your tattoo, you're like, well, fuck, dude. I mean, I think it looks like shit, but if you like it, fucking A. So we're talking, but I'm still kind of focusing on looking for the oil that I want to get because my car's fucking ancient. So I finally pick up the oil that I want, and we're talking about it, and so I told him I got it in New York. He's like, oh, so you're from New York? Like, well, no, I'm from California. He's like, oh, well, you've been all over. It's like, well, I was in the military. And then he's like, oh, well, I gotta shake your hand, or all that fucking horseshit that happens. And I'm like, oh, well, thanks, appreciate that. And then, he wanted to know what I did for work, and I was working security at the time. It's like, oh, I just work security at a private community. I work for an HOA. Well, I work for a company that contracts with an HA at the time. And so then he was like, oh, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, honestly, I want to do marketing. I mean, that's, what I've been going to college for, is communications, specializing in marketing, PR. And then his eyes get fucking big, right? First red flag. Well, actually, the first red flag is that motherfucker talking to me. So I'm talking with him, and he gets these big eyes, and he's like, my company just opened a new office, and we're kind of looking for some talent. Can I get your phone number? Maybe we can talk. And don't even ask him what he's selling me. There's an interesting level of uninterest and intrigue. I'm uninterested in the individual that I'm talking to. The guy's a fucking... He's got that peppy salesman personality, but I can see through him, or at least I thought I could. I'm just not into him. He doesn't really drag me as someone I give a fuck about. But the proposition of working in a field that I give a fuck about, I'm like, sign me up. So I give the motherfucker my phone number. Then I'm like, the next day I'm headed to work. He gives me a call, like, hey, can you schedule? And here's the thing. Because I remember I was talking with him for a minute, kind of going into some, not super personal stuff, but kind of general things, so when I was talking with him, like, oh, I just moved out here, got a new baby, all that shit, right? And I'm talking with him, and this guy, when he calls me and is like, hey, I want to know if we can schedule you to come in for an interview. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And we're talking, and or it was really brief. It was like a couple minutes on the phone trying to arrange stuff. And once again, I was kind of in a hurry because on that day I was on my way to work. So I was like, yeah, I'm busy today, but tomorrow's perfect. He's like, okay, cool. And I was like, he had forgotten me. It's like he was talking to me as if I was just someone on a checklist. There was nothing personal about it. So I instantly felt like I wasn't important, right? Which isn't so much a red flag, but like when you go in for interviews, I mean, people are going to forget there's multiple locations. So I kind of chalk it off like, maybe he just barely remembers talking to me. Like, he didn't even remember that we met in Walmart. So I should have considered a red flag, but to me, I was a busy business person. So eventually I go into his office, and it's bizarre. It's like I go in there and it's I mean, it's like a large space, and it's like part of it's sectioned off for their sales team or whatever. But you can tell like that they've probably been in there maybe a month. Some stuff is still in boxes, and they're kind of getting things set up. But the people there are well dressed, but like you would think like because we sit down and he starts talking about Primerica, and he starts showing, before he even starts showing me the pitch videos for working there. Well, first off, he couldn't get his fucking iPad to work, so I thought that was fucking hilarious. But before he started doing his pitch video, he said this: ignore what people say, ignore what you hear on the internet. This is what matters. And I'm like, wait, what? And this is the first time that I know it's Primerica. Because I didn't find out what the company was until I saw it on the fucking the sign walking into the office. So, and I'm like, okay. And then so I see these videos. The videos aren't even done by the company. It's like some sort of Wall Street analyst thing talking about the company being profitable and all this stuff. It doesn't say what the company does or anything like that. It just talks about their market shares and, you know, how much their stock is worth and how successful they are and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, that sounds cool. But to me, it doesn't mean shit because I need to know about the company. And I told him that in our first meeting. I was like, well, that's cool. I mean, it sounds cool to be on board, but I kind of need to know more about the company. I mean, what does it do exactly? A successful company is great, but, you know, if an employee is going to work for them, they need to kind of know, like, are you, so, like, you just need to fucking know. It's like, so what do you guys do? I mean, are you guys, like, a financial company, or do you, like, do Bitcoin transactions for fucking people on the dark web with fucking red rooms and shit? Like, I don't know why are you guys successful? Is this something I want to get into? So it just, the whole fucking thing, I should have seen it. I should have fucking seen it. But me thinking, want a job in marketing, I want to be able to do this. You know, I know the ins and outs. I just need to get in the door and I'm fucking good. I'm looking at everything cup half full and opportunity, right? So he's like, so after, you know, we talked a little bit about the company, and what they do is they provide financial services for people, like, and this is what I was told, but not what they actually do. We offer financial services. We restructure people's lives so that they can better afford things and that and the other. And this, they present it as if you're doing a service to people. And obviously, you know, there's cutbacks. They get a cutback and all that shit. And the reason why they get a cutback is anything financial that the person handles, they change over, like their insurance, their life insurance, their fucking, mainly insurances, really, but even different kinds of investment opportunities. Everything that the company does that it restructures for people are things that will, in the end, benefit Primerica. So these are Primerica interests. So that's what they do. It's like, oh, well, if you instead of using that insurance company, instead of using these stocks to buy, you should go with this portfolio that we made for you. If you do all of this that we've done according to what your current life is, you'll save money and you'll make money in the long run. And all without realizing the fine print, essentially. All without realizing, like, oh, wait a minute, you own this company. Like, your company, this is a subsidiary. So the whole thing is a fucking scam from the get-go. And I should have fucking known it, but I didn't at the time. So I tell him, like, hey, I need to talk to my girlfriend about it. Not really, like, you know, not really ready to kind of devote myself to anything because we make everything as a team. Go home. Ashley's like, whatever about it. Not to say that she was on board. She was indifferent. She preferred me doing what I was currently doing. She wanted me to be happy, but at the same time, she was a lot more leery than me because her thing was about information. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get information. I just need to meet with him again. And the plan was for us all to meet together, right? But then I find out Margaret, good old Margaret, she works for Primerica. I'm sorry, air quotes, works for Primerica. Because the thing about Primerica is you only make commission. That's another kicker. You only make money if the company makes money. But so she works for them. And then when I see, what was her post? It was some anyone looking for new car insurance or homeowners insurance, message me today. Like, and they were all like uppity and chipper and all that stuff. And it's like, oh, my office is looking for new clients, or my office is expanding. We need new employees and all this shit. Like, they present it as if you're someone that's in charge, right? So because you come you come into this with this notion that you have more value than you're really worth as an entry level, you know, it's a total fucking scam. They prey on the weak. And it's the law of averages thing. You get a shitload of employees, you don't pay them unless they fucking make money. So you can hire everyone that you want, and it's not going to cost you a fucking dime. Get everyone on fucking board with you, have them try and sell shit, and if 1/10 of your fucking employees are actually able to sell to anyone, you fucking made money right there. You know, because to have the employees, it doesn't really charge you. It doesn't really cost you anything. And the job of the office manager is just to fucking oversee the people in the area that are attached to that office to make money for the company. It's a fucking pyramid scheme, you know? Or at least a version. The whole thing's a fucking scam at the end of the day. So, but when I saw her, and I was like, oh, I don't want shit to do with this company then. Fuck this, right? Now, my dumbass, I was filling out some entry paperwork for him, so I really didn't think nothing about it at the time. I thought it was like, whatever. And I shouldn't, once again, I should have gotten more information before I fucking said anything to the fucker. But I had written my address down because it was like, whatever. And so the dude was like, wanted to know if I was going to come in. And I was like, for a meeting that we had arranged. And I was like, oh, no, man, I'm not going to come in. I got some family issues going on. Thanks for the opportunity anyway. Have a good one. And I just didn't talk to him at all. And then it was like, that was on a Friday. And then on a Monday, me, my girlfriend, and our son went out to dinner. And we came home, and my son was asleep. And it was like 8 o'clock at night. And this is how fucked up and sketchy this shit is, right? So I live in a gated community, and in order to come in through the gate, there's no security, but it's gated, so you have to have like either the passcode or the button to get in. So when I pull up to the gate, as we're pulling in, there was a car that went to the gate, but then had turned around and made a U-turn and was going to leave. And then as we were pulling in, pushed the button, the gates opened, that car had then turned around and followed us in. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, well, maybe the guy just forgot his key or forgot his password. Or like, I'm thinking, fuckers do this all the time. It's like, whatever. I pull in, we park the car, get the baby out, start to walk to the house. That motherfucker is right there. That old fucking greasy motherfucker with his smug face is like, oh, hi. And I'm like, so then I do what I do, and I start fucking acting with the guy. I'm like, yeah, man, we literally just got back from the fucking VA hospital, the one that's up north in northern Las Vegas and all this shit. And he's like, oh, really? Oh, really? And like he doesn't fucking believe me. And I'm like, and then like he's like, oh, I just wanted to talk with you. I mean, I was in the area, just closed with another guy that's going to join the team. And I'm like, I'll talk to you in just a minute. Give me a second. And we walk upstairs because I was going to go put the baby inside and I was going to go out and talk to him. The motherfucker's following us up the stairs, and at like the halfway level, like where it turns, I stop and like, yeah, just wait right here. I'll be right back. I'll come back out and talk to you. Let me just put my son down. You know, I don't want this motherfucker coming in my house. And my girlfriend's already fucking freaking out. Like, she's fucking terrified. Like, she's going to get fucking like assaulted or something by this creepy fuck because he knows where we live. So I fucking take my son, put him in the house, and so she's, you know, taking care of the baby. I go out and talk to the guy, and then I go through the whole fucking lying spiel about, oh my god, I'm so sorry, you know, he's had some issues, I'm good now, sorry about everything. And then he's like, oh, I just want to know if we're all going to talk together, and, you know, like, you wanted to have a, you know, you and your girlfriend talk and see if we can you know, kind of make this arrangement happen. And I'm like, well, I kind of need to know more about the company, though. And he's like, oh, that's what the purpose of that meeting is. And I'm like, well, you know, if I'm going to invest any of my time into it. And he's like, oh, well, no. I mean, the long and the short of it is that this dude was just being sketchy as fuck, right? And he really wanted to talk with us. And I was like, you know what? I'll go tomorrow morning. I will be there, okay? I'll be there and I will talk to you. That's the long and the short of it. Go inside, calm down, Ashley. That was a discussion. End up taking the next day, driving down to go talk to the guy. Now I recorded it on my phone, so if anyone's fucking interested to see the uncut fucking 17-minute fucking spiel between me and the dude, just let me know and I'll fucking post it. But as of right now, I'll just give you the long and the short of it. I don't want this shit going on for too long. Go to their fucking sketchy ass office. Go in, sit down, ask to meet with Gino, because that's the motherfucker's name, because that's his legit name. So we go in there, and I'm just a few. Okay. Anyway, so I keep getting messages. So I go in there. Finally, we're sitting down talking with him, and then I kind of like said, "Hey, man, that was unprofessional, and I do not appreciate that you just randomly showed up to my house." And he's like, "Oh, I don't see what's so unprofessional about it." And I'm like, I'm just going to be honest with you, man. It really kind of made me and my girlfriend feel uncomfortable. That you need either a passcode or a button for the transmitter to open the gate to get into the property. We saw you follow us in there. That's kind of creepy, man. He's like, "Oh, well, I do it all the time." And it's like, don't you understand how creepy that is? You know, and it's like, I never gave you permission to come over to where I live. You know, I never arranged that. So the whole thing just rubbed me the wrong way. And this dude, like, just no fucking fault of his own. Like, he's like, "Well, I'm sorry you feel that way." You know, that whole backhanded, like, sorry, not sorry shit, or like, sorry that you're the one that's a piece of shit. Like, fuck this dude. I'm talking to this guy, and he's like, "Well," and he's like basically threatening this position. He's like, "Well, I just wish that we could have worked it out. I mean, if you just can't, you know, face it up and be mature about things." And it, like I said, the video shows you so much more about this piece of shit. But what ended up happening is I got sick of it. And finally, I was like, you know what? I'll be honest. I did a little bit of research about this company. And there's a girl, Margaret, but in the video I used her real name. And, man, I'll tell you what, man. This girl I do not like. Like, she just, you know, she's with you guys. She's out in California, though. And she's killing it, man. I mean, she's not making a fucking dime. But she is on Facebook all the time, 24/7, posting like multiple posts every fucking minute, just going at it. And this isn't the first time. She's also done shit like It Works. And she's like just been hustling the game, not making any money, not improving her life situation whatsoever, but she's been chasing it. And I gotta say, I admire her determination, even though she's achieved nothing in her life. Basically, like, just being sarcastic as fuck with this guy. And so I told him, like, I honestly, I mean, knowing that Marcy worked with you guys, that told me more than I needed to know. I don't ever want to work with you guys. Something like that. I don't remember. I gotta rewatch the fucking video. But I don't ever want to work with you guys. This is essentially a scam. I never, ever want to be like her. And if she works with you guys, that means I know you guys are fucking trouble. So I basically just came here to waste your time and to let you know, never fucking come to my house again. And he just, like, had the deer in the headlights look, like, as soon as I started going on my thing. And he's like, "Oh, trust me, I won't." Like, he had some whatever comment as I walked out. And then I looked at the receptionist and I told her, "Nice scam you guys got going here." I should have made more of a scene. I don't know. Whatever, though. And, you know, I could have done so much with it, but I fucking haven't. Anyway, this whole It Works, this fucking Primerica, this whole work from home. Oh, you're going to be a distributor. Like they're preying on people. They're fucking preying on people. Like, people got to do their research. They really got to look into it. Like, this shit just, it's Darwinism, right? It's economic Darwinism. If people are going to fucking buy into this shit, and if that's the thing, but like I said, with It Works, you have to purchase this shit with your own money and then resell it. Everyone that I've talked to that tried It Works, they all stopped because no one bought their stupid shit, right? It's like, there was a meme that I saw. What was it? It was a little girl that was like, "When I grow up, I want to sell useless makeup products to my friends from high school on Facebook. Like, that hits it with the T. That's exactly what that shit is. It's fucking horseshit. It's goddamn garbage, and it's cancer. Honestly, not just to the internet, but just to real life people in really shitty situations that are looking to come up in the world somehow, and they see the easy way out, and to them it's easy. So I don't know. It's just fucking garbage. Oh my god. I really had to let that shit out. Okay, so interesting. This week, something very, very crazy happened. Aaron fucking Carter got arrested for a DUI. Now, my girlfriend told me about all the intricacies of the story, but I'm not gonna fucking sit here and rehash all that shit. But what I will say is, holy fuck, man. One of his things that he said was, "You only arrested me because I'm famous." Like, is that a title that you can have? I mean, I saw, like, Aaron Carter, like, he was this fucking heartthrob, fucking, like, mid-late 90s or whatever. He was, like, on the side of the cereal boxes and shit, like Pops or whatever. No, that was Hanson, probably. But Aaron Carter was, like, this big deal. But it was a flash in the pan. It didn't fucking last long. And, to say, oh, I'm a celebrity. The guy looks like a fucking meth addict. He looks like a fucking Breaking Bad extra. Like, this dude is not... he's not all that in a bag of fucking chips, all right? His life is actually, objectively, it looks like he's seen better days in the pictures. And to say that, oh, you're only... that's all Aaron Carter's done with his life, right? He was a musician for a short amount of time. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's done more shit. I don't give a fuck. But I just think it's funny where he's, like, saying that he's only getting arrested or only being, harassed by the law enforcement because he's a celebrity, former celebrity. I think that's more of an appropriate thing to call him. Is he's a former celebrity, because he's obviously not one anymore. I mean, he's now famous for getting arrested, I guess. I mean, can you be famous for getting arrested? Is that a thing? I don't know. I mean, famous people have gotten arrested. Wait, yeah, you can get famous for getting arrested. Rodney King. I'm going to hell. That's Louis Spears' fault. Also, I got bitched out at Walmart because of Louis Spears. Because I was listening to one of his podcasts and didn't have headphones in. And I don't know why, but he was saying fuck, shit, cunt, like all this stuff. And then what was it that he said that really offended someone that was next to me in the baby aisle? Oh, that whole thing about treating the gym like anal. And then this person looked at me like, what are you listening to? That is so offensive. There's children present. And I'm looking around like what, the fucking infant that can't even speak English? He doesn't even know what the fuck the guy's saying. Anyway, I got a life. I got shit to do. This is the first episode of UnScripted. And obviously in the future I will do so much more. Quick shout out to Louis Spears. You're right. I've been doing this shit for so long, and instead of talking about it, I'm just gonna fucking do it. So, Louis, thank you very much. Oh God, man. God, Louis, thank you. And Louis Spears, if you actually listen to this whole fucking thing, you took that time out of your life, I appreciate it, fucking cunt. It means a lot. Just for the inspiration. Anyway, have a shit one, Louis, and to everyone else, this is MaceValor, signing off.